Hello and welcome. I'm just kind of wanting to give a little bit of an update on what it is that I'm doing these days. I decided I'm gonna kind of share a little bit about where I'm at in terms of physically and everything like that, and kind of say where I want to go and kind of like my plan for how I'm gonna get there. Um, what's up on the screen right now is just a meme because, you know, memes are great. So, as you can see, I got this awesome anime guy here. When your younger sibling hits you, but it doesn't even phase you. My body is stronger than steel. You can't hurt me. Yep. From Fist of the North Star, by the way, if anybody wants the source on that. So, this is a picture I took just a few weeks ago here, kind of just like showing where I'm at in terms of you know, physique. As you can see here, rather thick in some areas. Now, that's not to say that I don't have any, muscular development, obviously. I do, but I let myself get kind of fat. Just keeping it real. And, looking at this, it's like, oof, you know, mm, yikes. Not quite where I want to be. So, where do I want to be? Well, obviously, I've been hitting the gym a lot, lifting a lot because I want to be, more muscular, stronger, and all that. But um, definitely think it's time I really focus on also getting leaner. It's like uh, don't want to be a chunky boy. I don't mind being a little bit dummy thick, so to speak, but you know, um, yeah, definitely don't want to be don't want to be like so thick around the middle. I'd like to transfer some of that more like up top, maybe add something here and here and um, take away from here, shrink this down a little bit. So kind of going on a bit of a rework of what I'm you know eating because it's really what goes on your fork that determines your body composition and everything. I mean, obviously, you need to train to get stronger, more muscular, and everything. But it's built in the gym, revealed in the kitchen. But I am also going to incorporate more, kind of light to moderate cardio stuff. Basically, I already was doing, a few minutes as like a warm up. I'm just going to extend it, make it, longer, instead of, 5 or 10 minutes, make it, 20, 25, 30, whatever the case might be. And that's, not to say that you can outrun a bad diet, but like if you implement a caloric deficit, I would say the cardiovascular stuff, you're walking, you're running, you're cycling, whatever, just kind of deepens it a little bit and accelerates, the loss of body fat, which is kind of the goal. Definitely want to lose plenty of body fat. And full disclosure, this was taken a few weeks ago, so I may look marginally better, as I sit today than where I was maybe like 4 weeks ago. Maybe not like substantially, but there, might be a little bit, a little bit of a reduction. I don't even know if it's visible. And I know like it's kind of tough. Like these angles are not like the most optimal for showing everything. The shorts are rather baggy, so that's not really giving you much of an idea of how like my lower half looks. But I feel like you can get kind of a feel for ooh, my overall body composition by looking at this. I mean, definitely uh, mid high 20s, I would imagine. Um, Definitely not great, not great. So yeah, got had a lot of work to do, which I'm more than happy to do that. Um, I'll be eating a lot more low calorie density kind of things, vegetables, fruits, um, stuff that has a lot of micronutrients and isn't really like stuff that is sort of filling but like not like super full of super calorific. A lot of chicken, of course, and uh, broccoli, some other steamed vegetables like mixed steamed vegetables and stuff like that. Um, of course, like protein powder is good. It's really helpful in increasing the proportion of the diet that is protein versus carb and fat. Gonna be very mindful to avoid you know deep fried anything, sugary stuff. Stay away from the donuts when people bring those in at work. That's the other thing. Um, it's really tough when you have a very like sedentary type office job. You're sitting, you know, no matter what, that 10 hours per day, and it's like boy, you know, like just very like I wish there was at least there's hope. Like I heard we might be getting the adjustable like sitting standing desks. So like if I had it my way, call the work day, a 10-hour day, I would say probably a split like a third standing and two-thirds sitting, but like spread the standing periods periodically throughout the day. And that's actually better too. Like you actually do um, like I guess technically burn more calories like just standing there than just sitting there. And it's a mild effect, but like yeah, I mean going from 10 hours of just sitting a day to you know like 7 sitting and like 3 standing is I would think a pretty good difference. So hopefully those kind of come in. That would be nice. But otherwise, the stuff I can do is you know work harder when I train, eat smarter, and yeah, kind of another thing I'm really trying to hit is I'm trying to surpass the 300-pound barrier on the bench press. So far, personal best is at a semi-respectable 285, but um, you know that's not we're not quite there yet. It definitely feels like a bit of a plateau because I can consistently hit 275. Um, like I'm comfortable enough doing 275 even like without a spotter sometimes, but 285, I've succeeded in hitting it once and failed once. So I'm not strong enough every single day to do 285. So it feels like that's probably about where I'm plateauing for at least a little bit. It seems like I might be stalling there. Um, so that's a concern, but there's some stuff you can do to smash through those plateaus. So I'm gonna do it, as they say. Do it. But I don't know. I just kind of I really would like to be. I'm not gonna be winning any I'm not gonna be setting any records or anything, or becoming an IFBB pro. But I'd like to. I want kind of what you'd consider to be like um, beach muscles, in a sense. Like, you know, I like to, look good in you know, a, a well-fitted polo and or, look good at the pool or beach. That's kind of the main thing here. Not, and of course, want to be, fit and healthy too. That's also a consideration at my age, being that I'm about to turn 32. So, trying to kind of make it all come together, so to speak. Um, so yeah, that's me just kind of showing up. Now, I think what I'll do periodically, maybe get some pictures at some other angles as I make progress. Put on something tighter down bottom, like some. I've got these really really tight little shorts that you know would probably show the shape of my legs a little bit better. I'll maybe try to take some pictures in those. Might even take some shirtless stuff at some point. Maybe not while I'm still looking quite like this, but maybe a few more weeks down the line, if I'm starting to look a little better, do that. Maybe share some of like the food I'm eating and all that kind of thing. Yeah, maybe even take some videos of like training, upload some of those. I don't know, just kind of winging it. Thought I'd do something a little different. Maybe maybe my family will watch this because they live very far away from me, and get an idea of how I'm doing with all my working out and everything, because they always want to know how I'm doing. So yeah, so the big reason to make this is just kind of for them. I think out of the 6 people or whatever that subscribe, it's like most of them are just like close friends or family. It's just like 6 people, probably like my dad and my sister, and then like a few like old online gaming buddies I think subscribe just to like keep up with how I'm doing and stuff. I don't really game too much anymore. Every once in a while I'll get on a little kick though. I'll play like some nice grand strategy or an RPG or something. Something relaxing, you know. So yeah, I think maybe mm, give it a little time. I want to look at least somewhat different next time I uh, upload a picture. So yeah, I won't probably do it too soon. This was for full disclosure, it was, as I said, like a few weeks ago. So I may already look, yeah, not quite like this, but there's not probably much noticeable difference. I want there to be at least some kind of discernible difference before I, you know, going to the work of taking a bunch of different kind of pictures. But this is pretty good as these are pretty good as before pictures, I feel like. And I guess I mean, time-wise, I really want to see how far I can go in maybe like 3 months, 6 months, and then, a year. Because I'm about to turn 32, and everybody's always like, oh well, if you're natural and you're over this age or over that age, you can't do it, and this and that. You can't get stronger. You can't get more muscular, lose weight, whatever. Without without help, we'll say. And I plan to just kind of rebut that a little bit because I really don't think that a guy in his early 30s who works hard, eats right, gets his sleep, takes supplements like regular supplements like creatine and um, maybe like omegas and stuff like that. There's no reason you can't make a lot of progress without hormone therapy or anything like that if there's no medical reason for it. Like you might have like low T or something and like need it medically, but past that I can't imagine why I wouldn't be able to make some real progress just with a little bit of hard work, dedication, and an intelligent approach. So that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, that's gonna do it totally clean by the book and see where it goes. Hey, and who knows? Maybe I'll still look awful in 6 months. You never know. Maybe the haters are all right, and I really can't. People really can't just do it. Or maybe people say that because it's an easy excuse, like, oh, had to you had to take this or that to get where you were. You couldn't do it otherwise, and that explains why they continue to just not try hard enough, and why other people who get better results, they didn't really try harder either. It's just they cheated. I don't know. I think people can do. I think generally speaking, it's possible for people to do more than what other people might think that they can do. That's not to say that there's nobody out there who isn't nobody there isn't anybody out there who is not lying. I'm sure there is. I'm sure somebody out there is BSing. There's probably a lot of BSers actually. Anybody that's trying to sell you something, definitely I would be suspicious of. But yeah, pretty much that's kind of all I got. Just yeah, I'll let you know how I'm doing at some point. Um, yeah, and maybe if like anybody has any like questions, if anybody watches this and they have questions or comments or anything, requests, definitely let me know. I'm open to it. I always a little bit of engagement, even if it's just one or two people, is enough to. I mean, it helps motivate you. If somebody seems to have a vested interest in your progress. So you don't want to let people down, your people. So yeah, definitely. If you do watch this and whatnot, do engage. Do engage. And sorry if I seem super tired, but I woke up. I stayed up way past my normal bedtime last night, and I still woke up relatively early. Still did a full day of training and all that. And I'm pooped. And it's life as an adult, my friends. It's life as an adult. So, yep, I'm gonna just sign off there, and I